What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today I'll be sharing a recipe for this delicious sweet potato pudding, Jamaican style. This one is my absolutely favorite and you'll love it too. Now guys, let's get started. Here I have my potato already grated. I'll show you how I do that in a bit. Over here I have some all-purpose flour and some cornmeal, and I have some sugar. I have some coconut milk and some raisin. I have some melted butter. I have some cinnamon, mixed spiced, and salt. Now these are the potato I'll be using. These are the Caribbean sweet potato. I'll be adding a piece of yam to this as well. If you have cocoa, you could go ahead and add that too. Now I'm just going to go ahead and peel my sweet potato. These sweet potato normally oxidize once you start to peel them. So I have a pan with some water and I add some lemon juice to this, and I'm going to add it to the water while I continue to peel the rest. Nonetheless, these will oxidize because these kind of potato do oxidize. So if you start to see it turn brown, it's perfectly fine. Now here I am cutting it into smaller pieces, and I'm going to place these in the water until everything is done. And I'm going to do the same thing for the yam as well. And I'm just going to peel and then add it to the water until I'm ready to grate. Now it's time to grate. I'll be using my grater. I started out on this side, but this side was a little bit too big for my liking. But feel free to use whatever size you like. So I'll be doing it on this here side. It takes a little bit more time, but it gives the consistency that I'm looking for. Feel free to food process or blend if that's what you can do. That's fine. Now I'm just going to go ahead and combine my dry ingredients, the spices, the salt, and everything to distribute evenly. Just mix well to combine and set aside. Now I'm going to combine my wet ingredients. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my coconut milk, my melted butter, the sugar, and some vanilla. This is the vanilla I'm using. Feel free to use whatever you have. Now my sugar is not dark enough, so I'll be adding a tablespoon of molasses. If you have dark brown sugar, you might need to skip this step, or if you like a depth of color to your sweet potato pudding, you could go ahead and add it. Now I'm just going to mix this well and set it aside. I'm going to set aside a few tablespoons to add to my top once the pudding is almost baked. Now I'm just going to give this a good mix, and when I start mixing, you're going to see the yam in the bottom. So the yellow one, that's the yam. So I'm just going to mix well to combine, and then I'm going to add my wet ingredients to the mix. Now I will leave a full written measurement down below and the recipe for this particular size that I'm using, and I'll leave a detail and a guide. Feel free to double the mixture if you like or use less. The option is up to you. So this is a very versatile recipe. You can play with it. You can't go wrong with this recipe, and I don't think you could spoil this recipe. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add my dry ingredients in small amount. Of course, you could add it all at once you have the correct measurements, but I'll be adding it in small amount and just going to mix well to combine. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some raisin to this. I like raisin, so I'll be adding some to mine. If you don't like raisin, you could leave this out. It's totally optional, but I do like raisin, so I'll be adding some to mine. Now my batter is basically done, and this is what it's looking like. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add some baking spray to my baking tin. I'm just going to add my batter to it. Now, this might look like a lot, but I like my pudding on the thicker side. I like a nice thick slice of pudding, so I'll be adding just that amount. This kind of pastry do not rise, so whatever you put in, that's what you get out. So if you want a nice slice of pudding, go ahead and fill up the pan. Don't be stingy, all right? Yes, I'm just going to go ahead and level the top out, and I'm going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about an hour and 40 minutes. After about an hour and a half, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to go ahead and add that reserved mixture that we reserved earlier. We're going to add that to the top, and we're going to add it back to the oven, and we're going to bake for the remainder of the baking time. I pulled this out of the oven and allowed this to cool completely. This was actually the next day, so the pudding is nice and set, because if I've cut it on the first day, it would have still been warm, but I wanted it to set up properly. I went ahead and removed the spring foam, and there you have it. We have a lovely, beautiful sweet potato pudding. This was so good. I had a slice with my cup of tea, and let me tell you, it was heaven. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed to my page or follow, go ahead, hit that follow button, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, hit all of the button that tells you when I upload a new video, and you'll be notified, so you could always come back for more awesome content just like this one. Yeah, guys, that's it, my beautiful people. I thank you so much for watching. Until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.